Hey everybody, welcome back to Chicago Reacts. My name is Michael. I'm an actor here in the city of Chicago, and I'm joined by the ever-brilliant, the always talented, the one, the only.
It's Zach, also an actor here in the city of Chicago. Thank you, Mike, for that introduction. As always, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are with Sam and Nella, one of our favorites, consistently
so
the
good.
favorite of you guys as well. We have never seen the Great Emu War, and I think it's about time.
Yes. I'm a little familiar with the concept, but I'm excited to see Sam and Nella's take on it. Hey, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything else. Leave a comment in that comment section down below. And if you're watching this within 3 hours of it going live, we should be live on stream Twitch, so go check it out.
Literally every day now, actually, including Sunday. So
let's jump into it.
Do it. Sam and Nella, baby.
Hey kids, today I'm
Hey,
talking
Sam.
about the Great Emu War. So here's what happened, right? Our story begins in Australia, home of the upside down whopper. The year is 1932. A very large chunk of the country's population lives on homesteads, just putting seeds in the ground and waiting for food to show up, you know. But their lives are hard. Firstly, Australian soil kind of blows. It's pretty terrible for farming. Like on a scale from Margaret Thatcher's corpse to Octomom, Australia's soil is a solid Hillary Clinton in fertility. Secondly, the whole Great Depression thing's going on, which automatically makes everything suck.
Oh my god. Sam. Whoa.
Also, this
That was not expected at all.
I know. Also, this news article, breaking news, Welsh turned to eating sheep penises. Also, the economy is bad.
Worse. And third, and possibly most important, is the emu infestation. These gangly dill holes were all
I love
over
how
the
they
place,
have
just
human
walking
legs.
I know. He also just called the emus gangly dill holes.
on crops and crapping on crops and crapping on walks and cropping on craps and crabbing on...
Oh, oh my
docks
gosh.
and captain on the rocks. You get the idea. So the government evaluated the situation. They were like, well, let's weigh our options here. As a government, we could start spending even more money to secure the welfare of our citizens through this socioeconomic crisis. Money that we barely even have. Or, alternatively, we could just start fucking slaughtering emus so at least it looks like we're helping. So that's what they did. Major G.P.W. Meredith of the Australian military was put in command of the operation, and he had a total of 2 soldiers at his disposal, each of which had a light machine gun. Additionally, the pair was given a total of 10,000 rounds of ammunition to be spent on taking out emus. So on paper that sounds like a piece of cake. They're basically just big turkeys on stilts, so how hard could it be? Well, apparently, pretty frickin' hard. Let me learn you kids a thing or two about emus. First of all, emus are tough as hell. Their bodies are basically like meat-laden tanks. They could definitely take a bullet or 3 and still keep running long enough to get away. Secondly, these fuckers have tactics. Like guerrilla warfare, it ain't got shit on emu warfare. They start out in a big herd or flock or pod, I don't really know. Let me Google it.
Also, wait a second. Just like, just imagine that you being alive during a time where like your government sponsored job is to basically become like Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid, go around with a light machine gun and just start unloading into emus.
Yeah. Yeah. What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. What a vastly differing set of circumstances that was. I was gonna say that must have been. No, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. When
Okay, a group of emus is technically called a mob. So you got a big mob of emus, right? And as soon as they sense danger, they break up into a bunch of little mobs and start scattering in every direction. So if you're spraying them down with a machine gun, you can't just whip it around all over the place. You have to focus your fire on one group at a time, meaning most of the others could get away pretty easily. I don't know if they had like a huddle beforehand or if this is just some coincidental product from their ridiculous bird minds, but it was effective either way. So between these two things, taking out the emus ended up being a huge struggle. Here's here's the story on what happened. So the crew went out in search of emus. The first time they found a mob, they started shooting before the guns were in range, so most of the emus got away. The second time, they waited until the emus were closer, but then the gun jammed, so most of the emus got away. And this sort of pattern went on for a while. At one point, they tried getting on the back of a truck first so they could chase down the mob, but the truck wasn't fast enough to catch up, and the ride was so bumpy that they couldn't aim properly, so most of the emus got away. By the time they got a fourth of the way through their ammo, after 2,500 shots, only 300 or so had been killed, which is tiny compared to the 20,000 birds said to be roaming the outback. At this point, they were like, alright, if I have to look at one more of these Jimmy-legged big bird wannabes, I'm gonna start screaming, so you know what? Fuck it. Let the farmers handle it. Then the farmers were like, hey jackholes, we're still starving out here. You still haven't given us those subsidies you promised. We had to feed the kids fucking dingo meat, which, you know, it's a nice change of pace to have the kids eating the dingoes for once, but that's beside the point. Could you dicks keep at least trying to help us? Thanks. The guys were like, alright, don't get your bogans in a bundle. We'll keep going if only to prove a point. So they kept going, just finding mobs, thinning them out slightly, rinse and repeat, until finally they only had like 100 bullets left. In total, the unit only had 986 confirmed kills. Some emus might have also died from their wounds after the fact, but still, a very large portion of the hordes was still alive. So the military was forced to surrender for real this time. Yes, that's right, kids. The emus won the war. Of course, their victory didn't last too long, because after the failed operation, the government put out a bounty on the emus. And that worked pretty well. Something like 50,000 bounties ended up being cashed out over 6 months in 1934. So the lesson here, kids, is that...
Holy shit.
Dang. I mean, I guess that makes sense. It's like if
the government specialists don't work, why not turn it's
well, it's
like
sort of democratizing it to be
right.
like, cool, well, let's see if people can figure out a way to be efficient enough at this thing.
Right.
Rather than
Right.
the government being like throwing bullets at the problem.
Like literally. I mean, that's what
that was like 100 bullets per emu that they took down.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's insane.
It's horrible. It's like a full like machine gun round mag.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That is wow. So I was thinking that this was because didn't they also put fences up across Australia? But that was to deal with the dingoes, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm pretty sure that was the dingo
not the
thing.
emus.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm getting my facts mixed up because it's spread all the way across the. Right?
Yeah. No. But I with hearing this now, I'm not sure actually anymore what that was in relation.
I thought it was related to the dingoes
Yeah.
roaming. They were trying to keep them away from the farmland and like keep them sequestered on like the more arid part, but it also didn't work. Australia seems like here, this is the intervention. It doesn't work. Actually, nothing will work.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of cool. They almost said like, "Hey, anybody that wants a job can have one. Go hunt
Emus.
emus,
Not
Sorry,
emos.
not emos."
Whoa. We're not suggesting. We've had our emo days in the past, so we don't want to get anyone confused.
Yeah. just the purest of misspeaks on my behalf.
Yeah, no, you're in the clear. All right, let's finish this up.
If you want to commit mass murder, don't crowdfund, crowdsource. Anyway, till next time, I'm Salmonella, and thank you for watching.
Don't crowdfund.
Crowdfund.
Yeah, okay.
Crowdsource.
That makes sense. You know, you want to. Yeah, that's what he's saying.
It's beautifully simple ideology.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it was helpful too, because I mean, you've got these farmers that are starving, and you're not giving any intervention. You're just paying the military to shoot down these emus. So, like,
not military, basically 3 dudes.
Yeah,
3 dudes.
3 dudes in a truck is our emu problem solving.
Yep.
3 dudes in a truck and a machine gun.
Yeah, and then isn't it amazing too how like once they gave it to everybody else, that literally they in 6 months' time managed to kill more emus than they initially gave out bullets for the light machine guns.
Yeah,
like
yeah, that's
when people are desperate, they can be
crowdsource. Everybody,
crowdsource, crowdfund.
Oh man, we always love some salmonella. We hope you do too. If you're enjoying this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. so you don't miss anything else. And leave a comment in that comment section down below.
Mhm.
Let us know any other crazy stories from Australia that you've heard, or in any other place in the world where nature has fought back against man's desire to control.
I mean, you
Um,
might not have to look far for that one.
yeah,
but,
it's like real world Jurassic Park. They just fought back. They're like, we will not be contained, you know? And yeah. Oh, check us out on Twitch. We should be
Yes.
streaming live if you're watching this within 3 hours of this video dropping. And with that said, we'll see you next time.
on shit.